Cancer Collective, welcome, welcome. I am Nikki, your local vegan tarotist, and we're going to do a reading on your twin flame connection. What is going on? And see, I just did Gemini's reading, so you could be a cusper or dealing with the Gemini or have Gemini placements, but Gemini is the lovers, right? That's what we're here to read for. And typically I read the masculine first because the masculine pursues and leads the connection in the 3D. They make it happen, Captain. King of Cups and the Queen of Swords, but I feel like the feminine is the one here who needs more information. Because we have the Queen of Swords, but she looks fearful. This is not a strong, confident Queen of Swords. This is someone who's like, I don't know if I can trust myself. Two of Wands. You gotta dig a little deeper. Princess and the Frog. This is a very hyper-independent feminine energy here. Like you may not need help with 3D stuff. Like the masculine might be wondering how they can contribute to your life, which is going to be new for a lot of you feminines, I feel, because you have dealt with masculines who didn't want to give, they just wanted to take from your life. Ooh. Could be some suicidal ideations there, so yeah, depression or something. You were in a really dark place, feminines. You were in this place here with the Eight of Swords, not trusting your intuition, afraid to fall, afraid to take a leap, afraid to do anything, maybe in like a agoraphobia. I'm getting like a panic with the idea of dealing with other people. But there's Six of Wands here, okay? You could have Leo placements dealing with a Leo. This is self, I was gonna say awareness and respect, but this is self-admiration and, why can't I think of it? Recognition. Better recognize. That was a tough word, man. Ace of Cups. You filled your cup. You started saying no to offers, to connections, because they were just empty cups. The empty cup. The Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles. There you are, showing up in your own reading, Cancer. I love that. You're able to follow your heart. The Knight of Pentacles is here. These are two very slow-moving chariots there, but they're coming towards each other. You could be dealing with an earth sign, right? You're both coming towards each other very slowly. This feels gradual. And there's the Two of Wands again. Excuse me. Wow. Something with onions and garlic, right? You could be dealing with indigestion. The Hierophant, you could be dealing with... Okay, so we have the Hierophant and Justice here, which is Libra and Taurus, which is Empress energy, right? The Empress is Libra and Taurus. So this is a balanced, connected, feminine collective here. A lot of major arcana as well. Well, 3. We have the Chariot, Justice, and the Hierophant. Because you did this work on yourself, because you kept your legs shut as well, there was something, maybe you got into... understanding your sacral chakra and the power of sex magic for yourself, not for others. It's creative magic. It comes from the same creative place as co-creation and procreation come from the same place. Sacral chakra. Sacral chakra. All that red. Oh yeah. Could be dealing with a bit of a freak. I'm starting to feel like this masculine's got a little bit of freaky energy. Yeah, Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles. So there is fire and earth here. Fire in the feminine. Oh, there's a lot of passion resting in this feminine. Yeah, maybe feminines, you get that freaky stuff going on here. And this masculine's moving slow as hell because they're a King of Pentacles. But this masculines, you have... Let me talk to the masculines now, feminines, okay? You're like, where's my person? The World. The world is fixed energy. Oh, Cancer, if you're dealing with a fixed sign, oof, good luck. 10 of Pentacles. No, fixed energy is longevity. And longevity was coming out in the Gemini reading. So again, more Gemini energy. That is the Lovers. This is going to have the stuff of magic. So Magician energy. And then we have Justice again. So Libra. Maybe something happened in Libra season. Maybe you or your person have strong Libra placements. Justice is a karmic cycle coming into balance. Because this is somebody who speaks their truth, because this is somebody who's connected to source, they know they can take their time. There's no rush. There's no rush here. You want this done right. Because this is going to stand the test of time. This is somebody you're going to grow old with, the Wedding Singer. Oh, Emperor. Fuck yes. There he is. There's that big boss. Welcome in, Emperors. Let's clarify for both of you. The Lovers. Gemini. This is your person, obviously. That goes without saying. But I said it anyway. Two of Cups. Yeah, this is a balanced partnership. There's a lot trying to come out here. Something's blocked. Judgment. Okay. And the Hierophant. You both are quite traditional. Maybe because this person's coming in. Maybe because a masculine's coming in with a lot of passion. Right? There could be like, again, I don't know if I can trust my judgment. I don't know. The Chariot. You gotta get out of your head. Same advice for Gemini. If you want the Lovers, if you want that major arcana point of your life, then you gotta follow your heart. And not like this fool right here. This not fool here. This person's not jumping. This person is low rider. Steampunk. So yeah, maybe I was getting retro with Gemini's reading, so you could have like could be an age difference, or you could just be into like maybe antique vehicles or modes of transportation. There's something that traditionalist with the Hierophant coming out. If you're not dealing with a Taurus or a fixed sign, this person is in that energy. Your person is in that energy of, and you are as well, because that's what you're attracting, where you want something that's going to last. The Sun, Leo energy, that is the heart center as well, the masculine heart center. The Moon, you, Cancer, being the feminine heart center. Whether you're masculine or feminine, we all got it in us, but the Moon is the divine feminine celestial body, the Sun, the divine masculine. Five of Swords. Maybe there was a block here, but we have Ace of Swords and Two of Wands. Somebody's making a choice to end this lack of communication, loss of communication, break in communication. Ross from Friends. There's no such thing as a break. Maybe there was a pause for reflection, which is good. That's what, yeah, to end something. 10 of Wands. Somebody had needed to get out of something. They needed to end something that was a burden. Harvest. 1. That's an ace, right? 1 is an ace. It's a new beginning. So this feels like a newer connection. This doesn't feel like somebody that you've dealt with for a long time. So, but in the ethers, in the 5D, right? You feel this person in your dreams. You hear them whispering in your ear throughout the day. You talk to them in the 5D. But I don't think that you've interacted with your person. Not in a romantic sense. They could be around you. They could be a friend. They could be a coworker, acquaintance, friend of a friend, whatever. But I feel like this is not something from the past. This feels brand new. Which is good, right? Let's read event. New harvest. Okay. A harvest card is discarded and a new one is drawn from the harvest deck. Once this past energy, right? Whether it's somebody whether it was a lover, whether it's a family member, a friend, a job, whatever this burden was that somebody was dealing with, I feel the masculine in particular, because it's the 10 of Wands to the 10 of Pentacles, right? That's going from most masculine element of fire to the most feminine element of earth. So that's a masculine ending something to come in and build, and they want to build it quick. It feels like it's taken a long time, but I think once it happens, it's like, it's maybe not quick, like you're not necessarily going to get married or settle down or have kids and moving together and all that stuff very fast. Like maybe those things you'll take slowly because Pentacles are patient. But I feel like it's going to be kind of like a click, like we are on the same page. We want the same things. This is it. When you know, you know. It's going to be that maybe love at first sight. And maybe that scared you to begin with. Maybe you're a little bit scared. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles and 2 of Pentacles. It's two people coming together. So this is a very honest and realistic conversation about, which I think is going to make you feel very safe, Cancer. If you're dealing with an Aries or an Emperor, I mean, you are dealing with an Emperor. There's an Emperor here. Woo, 5 of Cups. Why the 5 of Cups? Well, 5s are, it's a lack mentality. It's the number of the need for change. 8 of Cups. Yeah, you had to choose yourself. 8 of Cups is always choosing yourself. This is not you choosing one person over another. I mean, you might have a choice. A lot of times when you're coming into union, there's always, with the 2 of Wands here, there's always somebody from the past that's coming in. And maybe that's why there's a little bit of a holdup, because you're thinking, you know, I've been through so much with this person. We've known each other for so long. Maybe the whole twin flame journey, this is my person. I don't know why I feel so annoyed by that. But I'm just like, because I feel my truth about the twin flame journey is that it has nothing to do with the vessel. It has only to do with the frequency. If you are obsessed or focused on a vessel as being your person, that's chemistry. You need the 4 elements for divine union. For the 4 of Wands, for 1111, for the twin flame union, you need all 4 elements. Okay? You need swords, communication, air. All right? You need chemistry. That's Wands, fire. You need cups, which is connection. All right? For water. And then you need that other one, compatibility, for earth. That's the struggle one, right? Connection's the only one that you can't really change. You can work on connections with platonic people, but when you're talking about a twin flame, the connection is like something that you can't describe. It's that love at first sight. I gotta be around this person. This is my person. They need to be in my space. That's me. That's me. I think you're gonna see this person and look at them and go, there you are, Peter. Maybe the name Peter, the letter P. This is your person. And you're gonna know it. One of you is gonna know it. The masculine usually knows when they see their feminine. That's my person. I'm gonna marry that lady. That feminine. Right? Could be same sex. But only you know whether you're the masculine or feminine. Yeah, King of Wands. King of Wands. There's a lot of passion here, but the King of Wands goes after what he wants. I don't think he wants this Queen of Wands who's sitting right here. So yeah, you could be dealing with a fire sign, but there's a lot of passion here. The connection is, oh, this is a soulmate, right? And there are platonic soulmates, right? But you can work on other things, right? A lot of times chemistry can improve. Chemistry is also kind of like, that's the one a lot of people base their relationships on because it just feels good. But this is 10 of Pentacles, which is compatibility. It's earth energy. It means you want the same things. At your core, you want the same things, which means that anything that happens in life, I get like that newlywed game. This person is going to know how you function. You know how each other functions. It's like you could be in separate rooms. That also gives me the proposal, which I just was thinking about today. To the window, to the window, to the wall. Till sweat drop down my balls. So this is going to be, excuse me, maybe somebody doesn't want to talk about that. Someone could be kind of shy about the passion in this connection, but there is a lot of passion. It's just maybe going to be behind closed doors, which is kind of where it should be. So there's like a safe compatibility to this. Did I call you Gemini? I don't know. There's a lot of crossover here, which just naturally happens because of the energy that I'm in when I start reading for multiple signs. They all kind of are doing similar stuff because that's the season. Must be the season of the witch. Must be the season. Yeah, so Halloween time. This is a very alchemical time for you in this union. Because it's all wands, it's all magic. So there's a lot of passion, a lot of chemistry, and maybe that's going to be a little bit of a setback for you, or a pause. That's that pause and reflection, because, I mean, you are the moon. That's what you do. So you might be reflecting and going, okay, is this just chemistry? So we need to make sure that we want the same things. And I think it's going to maybe just take one conversation. I think when you meet, you're going to have a conversation. It's going to be like, click, click, click. Okay, yeah, we want the same things. We're the same fucking person. Let's just grow old together. Let's just live the rest of this crazy life together. All right, let's get you a number and see if there's any kind of confirmation. 1. Yep, new harvest. Brand spanking new. 1 is your number. Your number 1. Number 1. I mean, you could be a life path. 1. But this is 2 ones coming together. 2 whole individuals who have done the work coming together. And they want this. You want the same things. You're completely compatible. And you have great communication with the Ace of Wands. Don't underestimate the importance of body language. But you have great communication with the Ace of Swords. All right, let's get a color and see if this color. Pink. Again, yeah, we got pink with Gemini. So it could, you could be a cusper dealing with a Gemini. There could be something in that reading for you. But again, Gemini is the lovers. So anytime you're dealing with a major arcana, there's going to be crossover. And the major arcana that we deal with here is that lovers. Lovers. What is that? Lovers. Oh, Barbra Streisand. Oh, like I didn't know that. Are very special people. Yeah, maybe you've looked around, you've been kind of like envious, or just kind of like, I really want that for me too. Maybe you see people kissing, holding hands, old couples. I think particularly old couples, elder couples. You're like, oh man, I really want that. I want to grow old with somebody. They're the luckiest people in the world. With one person, one very special person. You see this person as being very special, and they see you the same way, because this is your person. And you're reflecting each other, so it's kind of like, you know when people talk down about their chosen partner, this is somebody that you're going to talk up about. Like, you can't help but talk up about each other, which means you love yourself because you've gotten on this agape love, divine frequency of self-love, and it's attracted somebody who also loves themselves, and that's very attractive, right? It's very attractive when somebody gives a shit about themselves, because number 1, you don't have to do it for them. You can love them, you can care for them, you can help them, you can all of that. But if they don't love themselves, if they don't adore themselves, if they don't respect and honor and give to themselves, that's going to be a shit show. So obviously this is divine, and you both honor and respect and support yourselves. There's that hyper independence again. But I think that's why the conversation is going to work really well, because you're like, this is what I've got. You're laying all your cards out on the table. Maybe literally, maybe you are a reader, or your person is a reader. There's some sort of laying it all out, seeing everything's out there. You're taking everything at face value. But you know what people say, oh, take it with a grain of salt, take it at face value. It's kind of like superficial. This is like, because your person they're not hiding anything. You know what I mean? It's not like if they show you these cards, right? They show you, here's my cards, here's all my cards of my life, right? This is me. I'm laying them out on the table. And then they turn them around, and it's like, oh, it's actually, there's another face. And there's the coin there. Two sides of the same coin. Something about the coin. It's like, also No Country for Old Men. The coin scene. Don't put that coin in your pocket, because it's just going to become another coin, which it is. It's kind of simple. Yes or no. You're either all in or all out. That is earth. That is fixed energy. That is all in or all out. And I think there's just like, okay, this sounds good. Like, there's no mystery behind these cards. You can take them at face value. You can trust this person, is what I'm trying to get to. Is like, if they put out their cards, there's something about this interaction, this person, their energy, your auras. You just match. You just match, baby. Like, your two matches coming together. And you're going to burn. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Maybe something with dancing. Or that could represent your age group, right? Disco. Also, Barbra Streisand. The album Guilty, right? Where she collaborates with Barry Gibb from the Bee Gees. So maybe something in there. I am a woman in love. It's a right I defend over and over again. It's a right I defend over and over again. Why? Give me one more for that, please. Queen of Swords. Yeah. Okay. This is a feminine this is a right I defend. I love myself, and I am willing to protect that and set my boundaries so I can trust anything that somebody brings to me, because I can trust myself. So I don't have to be worried or, looking at someone's phone or stalking them on social medias or anything, or like following them. I don't know. Maybe that's a place that you were in. Maybe you were with people that made you do erratic things that were just not aligned with your truth. This person, you're going to be able to say, I like this, I don't like that. And they're going to go, oh, I like this and I don't like that. And you're like, oh, cool. Maybe you have different love languages. Maybe you're from completely different worlds, but it's the way that you communicate puts you in the same world. You are actually the same. I mean, you could be dealing with another Cancer, or someone with strong Cancer placements, but it's like you're the same. It's almost obnoxious. And all those people around you that talk down about their chosen partners, which represents yourself, because you're like, I chose them. But you're over here going, oh, they're a piece of shit. They don't do this. They're a loser. I hate them. It's like, then what are you doing? And I think that you've just never seen anybody around you that talks about their person and you're like, why are all these people in these miserable relationships? They feel terrible. They don't love themselves. They don't respect themselves. They're not setting boundaries. So I feel like the feminine here, the masculine sees as feminine as being honest, right? Completely truthful. There's something about this person just comforts you into a place of knowing that you can trust them. Which Makes me a little nervous as a Cancer moon. Sailor moon, it's like I'm sailing, sailing, takes me away to where I always heard it would be. Yeah, when you take this, and that's that Six of Swords as well, it's like a figure sailing in the sky. So it's that air energy, communication. It's logical. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. You and this person make sense, and maybe you can't describe that to other people, and there's no need to. But this isn't, oh, I love them, but I don't know why. This is, I trust them, period. I love them, period. It's unconditional. There's no whatever. There's no explanation needed. That's what it is. There's no explanation needed because it just makes sense. And other, those people in those toxic relationships might become envious and try to like probe or try to break it down. I don't think that that's going to have any effect on you because you know that this person is your person. So I like that for you, Cancer, because the Cancer Collective has been dealing with a lot of overgiving, and they always do. Pour and pour and pour. The moon is kind of seen as, it reflects the sun, right? Which is great because partners should reflect each other. Divine partners should reflect each other. But I think that a lot of times, I feel kind of bad for the moon because it's like the moon is not its own entity. It's just a reflection of the sun, It's so beautiful, but it's actually this is somebody who's shining light on you so the world, feminines, the masculine's shining light on you so the world can look at you and go, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of jealousy and envy, but we don't give to that because who gives a shit? That's on them. That's their problem. I was like kind of drooling there. I feel like this masculine looks like the feminine, like they're the most incredible, beautiful thing ever. And they're like, I might shine light on them, but like but that's what they look like. I'm just shining light on them. But like this masculine's giving and protecting and illuminating this feminine in a way that they are their truest form. They're their fullest form. Maybe something with the full moon. It is on 11/8, November 8th. It's coming up. And then maybe something with the 11/11 portal, right? Depending on when you're watching this. But if you're watching it, at the end of October or before that time, maybe something is going to happen. But maybe you met on a full moon. There's something about the full moon, right? I mean, that is you. You're going to be able to be in your fullest capacity. I think you've always dimmed your light. You've dimmed your own light, Cancer, and you're not anymore. This is going to be like, it's going to be blinding to everybody else, right? I love this. And so, yeah, I really hope that there was something in here for you, Cancer, some sort of confirmation. And if you have been doubting the process at all, hopefully you can call this in. You're like, I like the way this sounds. That's what I want. I want that safety. I want that security. I want that longevity, so that I can be emotionally safe with somebody, right? That's a good one. So I really hope that there is something in here for you, Cancers. Please share if so. Give hope to the collective. Thank you, everyone, for your support. Thank you for your time. And until next time, I wish you well.